There comes a stage in life when everyday movements feel heavier. Getting up from a chair takes more effort, a flight of stairs feels longer, and the lower back whispers its constant reminder. Many older adults quietly accept these changes, living with the fear of falling, the ache in their spine, or the gradual weakness in their legs, believing it's simply part of aging. But the truth is, you don't have to accept this. You can change. It's never too late. Science backs this up. Research from Harvard Health Publishing and the Mayo Clinic shows that steady, low-impact exercise improves strength, balance, and flexibility while lowering the risk of falls by nearly 30%. That's a life-changing difference, not from exhausting gym workouts or complicated routines, but from simple, intentional movements anyone can learn. And among the most effective, just three: the plank, the bird dog, and the lunge. At first glance, they may look modest, yet their power is undeniable. These movements reawaken long-sleeping muscles, rebuild confidence in every step, and give back something far more valuable than strength: the freedom to live independently, without fear, with pride and joy. This isn't just another exercise routine, it's a revival, a chance to begin again. I once met a man at 72 who thought his best years were already behind him. His steps were slow, his shoulders heavy with doubt. Yet with patience, courage, and only a few minutes of practice each day, he discovered a strength he believed was gone forever. His story is proof that renewal is possible at any age. And now it's your turn. If you've ever woken up, stiff, looked at your legs, and wondered where your power went, or hesitated at the top of the stairs, this message is for you. Join in, take that first step, and let this be the beginning of your own new chapter. Before we move on, I'd love to know more about you. What's your name and where are you watching from? Leave a comment below so we can build a circle of support people who share their journeys, struggles, and victories together. And if you haven't yet subscribed so you don't miss upcoming guides, real stories, and practical tips for staying strong, mobile, and joyful at every stage of life. Plank. Rebuilding strength from the core. At first glance, the plank looks like nothing special. You're not moving, you're just holding yourself still, your body stretched like a quiet bridge. But in that stillness lies something powerful. For older adults, this simple pose can become the foundation for restoring strength, stability, and confidence that time may have gradually worn away. Why the plank? Why now? The plank isn't just a trendy fitness move. It's a deeply functional exercise that activates the entire core, the deep abdominal muscles, spinal stabilizers, and supporting muscles that protect posture and keep balance steady. As we age, those muscles weaken. Shoulders round forward, the back begins to ache, and the risk of losing balance increases. But here's the good news. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment to fight back. A plank done consistently strengthens the very parts of the body most affected by aging. Science agrees. Research published in the Journal of Physical Therapy, science shows that core stabilization exercises, especially planks, significantly reduce lower back pain and improve functional movement in older adults. Even Harvard Medical School highlights the plank as one of the safest and most effective ways for seniors to build core strength without putting strain on fragile joints. And yet, the power of the plank isn't just physical, it's also mental. It's about proving to yourself, I am strong, I can hold myself up, I will not fall. Olivia's story. I remember meeting Olivia, a retired teacher of 68, at one of our community workshops. She carried herself with caution, walking slightly hunched, always careful not to move too suddenly. When I introduced the plank, she looked unsure. She tried it holding her body on her forearms and knees. 7 seconds later, her arms gave out, but she smiled. The next day she returned. This time she held for 10 seconds. The day after, 15. Within 3 weeks, Olivia could maintain a modified knee plank for 40 seconds. And something inside her changed. She no longer walked as if waiting to fall. She moved with purpose. Best of all, the dull ache in her back that had bothered her for years began to fade. She told me with tears in her eyes. This little move reminded me that I still have strength inside me. I just needed to find it again. The magic of stillness. Unlike many exercises, the plank doesn't require motion, it requires control. That's exactly what makes it so powerful. It teaches the body to stabilize, to hold its ground, to resist gravity's pull. For seniors, that means better balance, improved posture, and a renewed sense of safety in daily movements. But the benefits don't stop at the body. Many older adults notice that plank practice improves their breathing rhythm, enhances circulation, and even sharpens mental focus. Holding steady for just a few seconds a day creates a moment of mindfulness, a pause where you feel present and connected to your body again. Over time, that presence builds energy and confidence. How to start gentle and safe. You don't need to hold a 60-second plank on day one. Start where you are. Progress is personal and every second counts. Beginner's version. Lie on your stomach on a soft mat or carpet. Prop yourself up on your forearms and knees. Keep your back straight, not sagging or arching. Gently engage your abdominal muscles as if bracing yourself for a light tap on the belly. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds. Rest. Repeat 2 to 3 times. As you grow stronger, transition to the full plank. Forearms on the floor, body straight from head to heels, weight balanced on toes. Always listen to your body. Muscle effort is normal. Sharp pain is not. Adjust as needed and never rush. Even holding a plank for 10 seconds today is a victory. You are the foundation. The plank is more than an exercise, it's a metaphor. You are your own foundation. You carry yourself every single day for your health, your family, your freedom, and your future. It's never too late to rebuild that foundation. Each second you hold the plank is more than physical strength. It's a declaration of hope. It's a reminder of your inner power. It's proof that you are still capable of rising, of standing tall, of facing life with steady determination. So try it today, just once, just a few seconds. Tomorrow try again. Let each repetition remind you that you are stronger than you think. With every plank, you're not only strengthening muscles, you're reclaiming confidence, independence, and dignity. Because in that quiet, still position, you're holding on to something far greater than the body. You're holding on to yourself. Bird dog, reclaiming balance and coordination. The bird dog is a movement of quiet elegance. One arm reaches forward, one leg extends back, and for a brief moment, you feel both grounded and lifted, rooted in strength, yet free in motion. To the outside eye, it may look simple. But for older adults, this gentle exercise holds a powerful secret. It retrains your body to trust itself again. Why, bird dog? One of the most common challenges of aging is the loss of balance. A single misstep, a sudden wave of dizziness, and suddenly you're on the ground, shaken and afraid to rise. The bird dog targets exactly this problem, not only by building strength, but by reconnecting the brain and body. It engages the entire posterior chain, the lower back, the glutes, the shoulders, and the core. And perhaps most importantly, it develops what's called cross-body coordination, teaching your left and right sides to work together again smoothly and efficiently the way they once did with ease. Science supports this. Studies published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity show that cross-lateral movements like the bird dog significantly improve motor control stability and reaction time in adults over 60. The result? Fewer stumbles, quicker recovery when you lose footing, and greater confidence in every step you take. Learning to fly again. I once worked with Leonard, a 74-year-old retired architect. Precision had always been his gift, his mind sharp, his hands steady like a compass. But after a minor stroke followed by months of inactivity, his body no longer felt reliable. Even walking across a room left him winded and unsure. When I introduced the bird dog, he hesitated. "My arms shake," he said quietly. "My leg won't go straight." So we started small. On all fours, he lifted just one hand at a time. Slowly, he added the opposite leg. Each day brought tiny progress. After 2 weeks, he could hold the full bird dog pose for 5 seconds. After 1 month, 10. Then he said something I'll never forget. "I feel like I have symmetry again, like my body knows what it's doing." It wasn't only his balance that returned, it was his confidence, his sense of trust in his own body. Your body remembers. The bird dog is about more than strength. It's about rhythm and harmony. It teaches you to move with grace, not force, with intention, not fear. For seniors, that kind of control is power. Here's what many notice after practicing bird dog consistently. Better posture, standing taller with less slouching. Less discomfort in the lower back. Greater stability while walking or reaching for objects. More confidence when bending down, rising from a chair, or turning suddenly. Most importantly, it restores the belief that you are still capable, that your body has not forgotten how to move well. How to begin: no rush, no pressure, start gently. Kneel on a soft surface with your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Slowly extend your right arm forward and your left leg back, keeping your spine neutral and your head aligned. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds, then return to center. Switch sides. A few tips. Place a folded towel under your knees if they're sensitive. Move slowly and deliberately. This is not about speed. If balance is difficult, begin with only arm extensions, then add the opposite leg later. And if you wobble at first, that's perfectly fine. Wobbling means you're challenging your balance, and every shake is your body learning. Balance is freedom. We often think of balance as a purely physical skill, but for older adults, it's also emotional. Balance means feeling steady not just on your feet, but in your daily life. The bird dog helps restore that sense of steadiness. Each time you stretch forward and lift back, you're teaching your body to trust itself and sending your mind a message of safety. You may not soar like a bird, but each movement whispers a powerful truth. I am still strong. I am still growing. I am still here. And that is a beautiful thing. Lunges, stepping into strength and independence. There is something deeply symbolic about the lunge. One foot steps forward, the body lowers in control, and then you rise stronger, steadier than before. It mirrors life itself, facing challenges, moving forward, and lifting yourself back up. For older adults, the lunge is more than a simple fitness move. It is a declaration: I will step into my life with power. Why lunges matter in aging? As we grow older, leg strength is one of the first abilities to slip away. Muscles in the thighs and hips lose their resilience. Everyday tasks, climbing stairs, rising from a chair, walking long distances become harder. With weakness comes fear of falling, fear of depending on others. Independence starts to fade quietly. But the lunge is one of the most effective ways to fight back. This single powerful movement strengthens nearly every muscle you need to stay mobile. The quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, calves, and the small stabilizers around the hips. These are the exact muscles that let you stand tall, take confident steps, and recover quickly if you lose balance. The American College of Sports Medicine has found that lower body strength is one of the strongest predictors of whether an older adult can continue to live independently. That means lunges aren't just about exercise. They can literally shape your future freedom. Practice safely and progressively. They can make the difference between needing a cane and walking freely, between waiting for help and moving on your own. From wheelchair to walkway, Lillian's story. Let me tell you about Lillian, a 76-year-old grandmother with a love for morning walks. After a fall that fractured her pelvis, she spent nearly 8 months relying on a walker to get around. She hated it, not just because of the inconvenience, but because of what it represented. I felt invisible, she admitted. I used to walk to the market every morning. Then suddenly I had to wait for my daughter to push me. I felt erased. Her therapist introduced lunges, starting with tiny steps forward, barely bending. It was frustrating. It hurt. She cried more than once, but she kept going. By week 4, she could perform assisted lunges, steadying herself with a hand on a chair. By month 3, she was strong enough to walk indoors without the walker. And by month 6, she walked a full kilometer outdoors unaided for the first time in almost a year. Her words after that walk still echo. Each lunge felt like I was taking back a piece of myself. The power of the step. Lunges do more than strengthen legs. They retrain the body and the brain to move forward with control. This is what makes them so vital for seniors. The benefits reach into daily life. Climbing stairs with safety and less strain. Navigating uneven sidewalks or garden paths. Standing up from low chairs or beds without struggle. Maintaining dynamic balance while walking in crowds or busy streets. Just as importantly, lunges rebuild courage. Each controlled step teaches you that you can move forward safely. Each repetition pushes back against fear and replaces it with confidence. How to start safely? Don't worry if lunges feel intimidating. There is a safe version for everyone. Begin with the modified lunge. Stand near a sturdy chair or wall for support. Step 1, foot forward, keeping the knee aligned over the ankle. Gently bend both knees, lowering just a few inches. Keep your torso upright. Use the chair for balance if needed. Push through your front heel to return to standing. Repeat on the other leg. Start with 5 repetitions per leg. Focus on control, not depth. Even shallow lunges done with intention are powerful. As strength grows, you can lower deeper or add more repetitions, but never sacrifice form for intensity. Stepping toward freedom, every lunge is more than exercise, it is empowerment. For older adults, it can mean reclaiming the joy of walking unaided, rising from a chair without effort, reducing dependence on others, feeling grounded, strong, and proud in your own body. Each time you lunge, you are telling yourself, I am still moving forward. I am still in charge of my life. So take that step. Even if it wobbles, even if it feels small, every step counts. Every lunge is a reminder that you are not finished, you are still becoming. Lunges teach us that progress is possible, independence is worth fighting for, and every forward step is a promise of freedom. You are stronger than you think. If you've followed this far, then something inside you is already stirring a memory of strength, a whisper of hope, a quiet voice saying, maybe I can. And the truth is, you can. Just 3 simple exercises, the plank, the bird dog, and the lunge, can bring back more than muscle. They return your ability to stand tall, your confidence to move freely, and your dignity in owning your body once again. They give you freedom, the freedom to walk where you want, when you want without fear. They give you pride, the knowledge that you are still capable. And they give you independence, the most precious gift of all. Aging does not mean surrender. Yes, we may slow down. Yes, the knees may creak and the back may protest. But every single day, your body is capable of healing, adapting, and becoming stronger. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be to begin. Remember Olivia, who thought her strength was gone until she held a plank and discovered it was still within her. Remember Leonard, who felt unreliable after a stroke until the bird dog restored his balance and confidence. Remember Lillian, who went from a walker to walking a kilometer on her own, each lunge a piece of herself reclaimed. Their stories are not extraordinary, they are simply the stories of people who decided to begin. And so can you. Start today. Choose just one exercise. Hold a plank for 5 seconds. Stretch into a bird dog for 1 breath. Step into a lunge, even if shallow. That's all it takes to begin. Then tomorrow, try again. Let seconds grow into minutes, effort into habit, habit into transformation. Because this is not just about fitness, it is about life. Each movement is a sentence in your new story. Each breath, each pose, each step is a reminder you are still becoming. So tell us your story. What's your name? Where are you joining from? Have you tried these movements before? Share your experience below. You never know who might be inspired to begin because of you. And if you haven't yet subscribed to stay connected with guides, real stories, and practical tips designed to keep you strong, mobile, and joyful. We are in this together. Your journey is just beginning. And the strength you're looking for, it has been within you all along.